Alright guys, I'm gonna also do this quick live trade recap. We had a really heck of a trade on NIO at the open, and I'm gonna see right now what it does. So NIO was gapping down, after the earning. It was a little bit weak. Let's see what it does right now. So it's sold off at the open.
I'm out of PLTR.
Brian is out of PLTR. So
yeah,
it was opening really weak, and I took a 1 minute opening range breakdown on it. So 1 minute opening range breakdown, short at around 45.10, and then sold off all the way up to 44.30. Cover, 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 and then it squeezed back, last piece at the breaking man. And this is what we call trade management. When the stock is selling off, you take profit in your next R, and then you get out the last piece at the break-even point. So in this, after it went up, it dropped, lost the weave up really bad. You could see a 5 minute becoming an engulfing. So you see this is a huge drop. I backed short in there at 45.25. I want to see if it can crack the 45 level. I saw some huge beats. It's already leaking. It might go for the low of the day, it may not. And now I'm just getting ready to cover on that heavily. So there you go. So big beats, here we go. Cover, cover, some cover here. There you go. It might go for the low of the day, it may not. In this case, it might bounce back a little bit earlier, but I'm just covering now. There you go.
It's got a long
there
ride.
You go. So that's another one, cover. So here's my position. I have 12,000 shares left, guys. Already up $43,000 just in this NIO, just covering more. That is called an engulfing pattern crack. This is the strategy, engulfing crack. You can also trade it again on like a 5 minute opening range breakdown as well, depending on how you really want to trade that.
Selling ride. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Selling ride.
Brian is so long. So this is
it broke.
This is a 5 minute candlestick. You can also trade it as a 5 minute opening range breakout. I personally have a couple of signals at the same time. This is an engulfing on a 5 minute chart when we teach. Also, there's a huge drop. Short stop loss. I didn't put a stop loss above the VWAP. I kind of put a stop loss above this level, this moving average, and I said if it squeezes back up, it's probably going to chop around, so I'm going to get out. Same as this. My stop loss here was not VWAP. Although you really want to use VWAP as your stop loss, but you really don't want to give way too more room. So in this particular case, I said if this stock comes back up, near this high of candlestick, it's probably going to squeeze back up, so I'm going to get out. So it's a little bit of a art in finding exactly where you're really trying to find your so now it's just might be a good place to cover a little bit on this here, because now this candlestick on the 5 minute chart is not great. This is squeeze. See, even here when you went up, you just squeeze back up, so it's really not good. You want just a small consolidation, not a big squeeze. And I kind of expecting it that it might not go back to the low of the day and bounce back. We've seen this a lot. The stock that comes and before it gets to the low of the day, and then they test it, then they come back. So engulfing crack is a chart pattern that we talk about. The very bullish candlestick, huge, and then there is the stock opens higher, and then it drops and closes even below that one. This one we call it a bearish engulfing. This is actually a very, very bearish pattern, in a way that the stock has tried to go even higher. Not only couldn't, but the bulls really got collapsed and destroyed and even lost the battle. So that's these two candlestick. It's called engulfing, the bearish engulfing. Could be bullish, it could be bearish. This one is bearish, and it's a very powerful pattern because it's really shows a big pattern, and it's only valid for a very big candlesticks. It's not really valid for just these two small candlesticks. You can't say that. It has to be a very big, that means that a very, very serious and important battle in between them. So I'm just covering a little bit more on this 45 because I think it might bounce back. I'm just holding a little bit of
looking for 28 now. Looking for 28 now on ride. Got along a little Lee too, LI.
So yeah, I think I will. Let's see if this one wants to go back.
28. Here we go. Yeah.
PLTR. Yeah. PLTR is the squeeze long.
No ride.
Sorry, right, huh? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was in a 27.10. Oof.
All right, NIO is gonna, let's see if he's gonna get the go back to the low of the day. for this kind of move, what we are looking for, we're looking for some big beats here. Do we see a big beat? That's the most important thing. For the important levels, like next important level would be 45.50 or 45. If not, I mean, then there's a good chance. If you see a big beat, then there is a good confirmation. Again, that one doesn't necessarily mean that you can do that, but we'll see. There you go. I see 200 here. There you go. It's really fast, but if you see, you can see there are huge beats here, like this one, 400, 500. This is 60,000 shares. There you go. It's gonna crack. There you go. So these are big buyers, but it's a very bearish sign. It's very counterintuitive, guys. I'm also recording it and posting it on YouTube. Let's see if crack it. Yeah, it's gonna crack it. There's no big ask, only big bid. That's a really good one. And again, that's a market maker ID. I can actually add that. Hide column. No, you can actually have that. So this is market maker ID. Size is the bid is price, and size is the number of the lot. SPY is bouncing back, so let's see if we can get there. So 2 shorts on NIO. Daily chart also is good. The daily chart also says that it possibly can go and test this moving averages. So it's good to be short. You just have to battle has to settle a little bit, buyers and sellers, and everything right now at this stage is talking about a really bearish move. So trade management, a couple of lessons. Trade management, when the stock is coming back to your break-even point, you gotta get a stop there. You don't want to let the stock. So if this is your original stop, and then this is your profit, you do not want to let the stock goes back to your break-even point. This is what we call the break-even point. Because now the money, right now this money is money on the table for me. It's okay if I lose it, but I don't want to lose from this realized money. That's why I never really let that pass my break-even point. It's very, very important in your survival. Another thing is that a stop loss. Should I go here, put a stop loss VWAP? Andrew said that in his book. No, this particular case, it's way extended above the VWAP. So if you want to use it, you got to use another stop loss. And it's a little bit art to find it. How? In this particular case, I said if you claim these 2 moving averages and come somewhere around here, it's probably going to go up like this. It came up here, just boom, squeeze back up. So, you know, it's just kind of an estimate that you see. If it comes up to here, probably going to go and break the VWAP too. Or I could take much smaller share size and give it more room, but in this case, I didn't expect this one, you know, to move double of this risk. You know, the risk was way too much for me. So even a smaller share size wasn't really useful for me. So SPY is going down. I'm going to get out of my SPY position because SPY is getting really, really weak. Yeah, sell. I'm getting out of my SPY. It's just looks really weak. I don't want to be in there. Yeah, as soon as I got out.
Yeah, SPY's rolling over.
PA
is looking, still looking a little weak.
I think NIO is going to go break the lows.
There goes Boeing.
Let's see if you can see a big beat. It's a good lesson. Yeah, SPY just keeps going down. Boeing is also setting off. I think you see the big beats. I mean, if there's a big number, it's a really good sign, like 500, 600 lots. But if the numbers are kind of equal to each other, 100, you know, 100 is not something. When 50 something, then nothing. But if I can see 500, 600, that's a much, much better confirmation. QQQ is a swing position. I'm gonna hold it for a longer term. PLTR is a squeezing. Brian, are you in there? Nice.
No, I didn't. I should have really. That was my regret of the day trade already. When I covered my short, I should have flipped it. And I didn't. So sad.
I want to see if NIO is going to break the 45.50 or not. This 45.50 looks like a level to me. Is it this level? So why it's not in that chart there? Looks like a level two.
Lee's
Yeah, there you
breaking
go.
down now too.
There you go. There you go. So do you see big beads here? Do you see that big 107 here? So the beads are getting bigger and bigger, but there are buyers, but it's very, very counterintuitive. There you go. Cover more. 43.67, yeah, so it's gonna get destroyed all the way up to this moving average. Moving average of 43.67. Anyone in there with this, guys in the chat room? Yeah, this
Short lease,
guys is for me. It's just for me. It's don't look at it. This is a swing position. I'm gonna hold. I might write some covered calls on it, but this is gonna get destroyed at 43.67, which is the moving average, and I would expect actually this one goes even down. The next level on the chart, what I would see here is top of this doji. It's not a strong level, but probably somewhere around here at 43.31. I think it's gonna go there. This is gonna get destroyed. Another move down. These waves of NIO, I've been there. I know how they're just dumping hundreds of millions of dollars on it. I got stuck on there a couple of times, so I know. It's a really good place to add, but I just don't want to add in there. It's a really, really good place to add. It's my average 43. I think it's a really good place to add. There's still no short selling restriction. I should have added a little bit up here, but there you go. Nice.
Wow, Lee really flushed.
Do you think I can make it 50 grand? Let's make it 50 grand just for fun. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So big B 281.
Just shorted. Oh, shorted PLTR. Covering here.
Oh, you get that. Good stuff. Very good stuff.
Yeah, NIO's. Yeah.
I told you this is gonna get destroyed all the way to 42. The way that they're setting off, it's like exactly that day that I had a bad day on it. It's when the sell-off starts, it's just gonna get destroyed, and there is no mercy. Now it's at this level. I don't see any sign of really weakness for it. Sorry, strength on it. It's gonna get destroyed.
Strength, yeah. It will find a bottom. I'm sure they'll at some point people will step in and buy this, start buying this. Sellers will get exhausted, and shorts will get squeezed. The question is, where will that happen?
All right, let's see. I think we have another big wave coming.
42.50.
What are you trading? 42.50.
I'm just looking at NIO for levels right now. 42.50 maybe.
42.50 potentially, yeah. So right now it is sitting at this around this moving average level. So it looks like this bounce is there, but I don't know how actually it's gonna hold this bounce. So this there's a couple of levels down there, yeah, but I think if it cracks that, definitely 43 is waiting for it. Good stuff, very, very good stuff. So really good day. Sorry about the website issues, guys. We moved our hosting to another company, so new servers, new setup. So 2 trades on NIO, and we just got destroyed this NIO. That was really good. Jared is trading Boeing or SPY?
Oh, Boeing is finally found a bit of a bottom there.
New servers are supposed to be the solution. Yeah, Ranajit,
Eating
I
a
totally
bounce here.
understand that bias. I totally understand that, but you're getting a biased based on previous experiences. You're getting a biased. So more and more you get work on your trading, the more and more you. It's always stays with you. Even me, for example, it's not easy to short it. I understand because it was just ripping higher for the last couple of weeks. And it always stays with you, like like a goalkeeper that always has the stress that maybe ball hits his face in the soccer or something. But you get used to it more and more. But it's always with you.
Do you ever get used to getting hit in the face?
Yeah, I can see that, Ryan. Yeah, as I mentioned, yeah, there are a couple of levels here, and as you see, obviously, around this moving average, I knew there was a level. Great, thank you so much, guys. So that was a good live trade, and I think we all see some of the level 2 stuff in there. So that was also really good. These small bounces, I still don't trust them. If you really want to take a reversal on it, you got to wait for a 15-minute chart to show some indecision. So these small ones, be careful. If you take them, you got to get out of them fast. That these guys can really vanish. So definitely, if you want to look, definitely have a 15-minute chart, because now we're entering into a big sell-off. These are the stocks that what we call them really, if they're a strong super stock, or if they're weak, we can call them something. If you want to take a good reversal on them, you got to really wait for a 15-minute indecision. So 5 minutes is getting ready to make a new high too, so you can actually have another 5-minute chart too. So if you want to take a reversal,
watching Lee here.
Yeah, Lee for a reversal.
Yeah, it looks like it might be putting in a double bottom here.
Yeah. So in this particular case, we're making a new 5-minute high, which turned out to be another high. So if you look at all of them at the same time, you can get a better version. I'm not going to touch it. I burned a lot in the past trying to take a reversal too early, but in this particular case, it might go back up. Does it go back to VWAP?
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, but for me, it's more likely
33.98.
Yeah, for me, it's more like if I can get a better indecision on a 15-minute chart, then I might take it long. But now I'm gonna stay short. The only thing that I cannot do is just I'm not adding any short, add any short. I just hold it to my break-even point.
Yeah, I've sold half right now, 34.18.
Lee?
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
Just to...
our buddy Brian is trading Lee. Lee is also electric sector. Yeah, so it's same thing, kind of bounce back. So this is a bounce that
you get more.
Yeah, and then it comes back up. Nice.
Yeah. It looked like it was holding that level. Just around 390.
Excellent.
So I'll stop out back at break even on the rest. So it'll be a profitable trade regardless.
Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to post this on YouTube, guys. Again, if you were watching so far, I apologize for the website issue. Hopefully today is going to be fixed. Same thing that we're saying for the last 1 week. So see you tonight for mindfulness webinar. If the website is not working, just come directly to the chat room link that you guys have. So, and yeah, just feel free to bring friends and family too, guys, because it's free.